Hello, New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com here today. It's the 9th of December 2023. Usual quick request for a favour, if I can ask that of you, and that's if you would please subscribe to the channel. That'd be great, big help, so please click the button if you would. Okie dokie, today it's Uriah Heep, the Mighty Heep, and a radio broadcast from a performance they did in Budapest all the way back in 1982. Which of course was the Abominog period, wasn't it, with Peter Goalby on vocals. And there's not too much out there with Goalby singing, so I thought I'd take a chance on this, even though these radio broadcast thingies can be a little bit of variable quality, shall we say. But I suppose to begin with, we ought to get the photograph on the cover there somewhat well, what's the word to use? Inaccurate, isn't it? Because that's the John Lawton era lineup, yeah? Because that's John Lawton in the middle, not Peter Goalby. So whoever decided to use this photograph, well, and that's repeated on the inner cover as well, also, no Goalby, John Lawton. And, well, there are other packaging issues with it as well, because the picture on the back cover does have Peter Goalby on it, right? But and John Sinclair, who was in the band at the time, of course, but not Bob Daisley. So that, you know, there's a few inaccuracies, shall we say? But it's about the music, isn't it? So leaving those gripes aside, we're more bothered about the music, aren't we? And having a live recording with Peter Goalby singing. So this is the excellent lineup that Mick Box put together for what would be the Abominog album. You know, he picked the band up off the floor, didn't he, after the collapse following the Conquest album, which divides opinion. Although I quite like Conquest, but you know, and you've got to say what a job Mick did, you know, resurrecting Uriah Heep from oblivion with that album, because Abominog's first class, isn't it? So here, from Budapest all the way back, you know, 41 years ago in 1982, we've got a 12-song set with the band blazing through 4 songs from Abominog, including a thumping version of Too Scared to Run, and then we've got some hardy perennial classics, which, you know, will come as no surprise, will it? Such as Stealing, July Morning, The Wizard, Gypsy, Easy Living, and Look at Yourself. So you know what to expect, don't you? As always, Heep put it all in on stage, don't they? And there's no exception to that here. Top form, thundering through that set, so which all demonstrates the typical Uriah Heep energy and crowd-pleasing effort. You know, I've seen them many times over the years, and they never fail. Check out in particular here Mick's solo, which leads into a thundering Gypsy and one of the enduring classic rock riffs of all time, right? No argument with that. So if you're an old Heep fan such as myself, you'll know what you're getting here song-wise, and you've got the bonus of a rare live show with Peter Goalby singing during his stint with the band, and the Abominog lineup, which picked the band up off the floor, and as I've mentioned, got Uriah Heep back from oblivion. And of course, they're still with us today, chunking out stuff as good as ever. And in particular, you know, their current studio album from earlier on this year, Chaos and Colour, is stunning. So check that out as well, if you haven't already. And so for a radio broadcast from over 40 years ago, and these things tending to be a little bit up and down, the recording quality is quite good and comes across nice and clearly. And it does manage to capture the energy, the power and performance of a revitalised band. So I say ignore the photographic errors and the sloppiness around that, and simply enjoy the music of a good old classic band on top form. So that's that. I got mine from Amazon, no surprise. I'll put a link to it in the description below if you would like to check it out for yourself. And there we go. Can't keep a good band down, right? So that's Uriah Heep's old radio broadcast from Budapest. Please subscribe to the channel before you go. That would be marvellous. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.